Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and this is a very quick unboxing of the Asus ZenFone Lite L1. Now this phone will be launched today. I've got the review unit and this phone has a MRP price of 7,200 rupees and this should be priced around 6,000 rupees or 6,500 rupees to compete directly against the Redmi 6A. So without any more further delays, let's just get on with the unboxing and see what this phone has to offer. Now this phone will be sold exclusively online on Flipkart in two colors, black and gold, and we have the black color right now. Now to know the complete list of specifications and the final pricing, check out the link in the description. So guys, once you open the box, on the front it says "We love photo." Probably the cameras on this phone are exceptionally good, especially for the price. Now once we remove that, this is a cardboard box which probably has a SIM card ejector and some documentation. There is no free case included in the box, just like the Redmi 6A. Next we have the phone itself, which I'll come back to in a minute. Now following that we have the warranty information, that's followed by the IMEI number stickers, micro USB charging cable, there's no Type-C obviously, and finally we have the power adapter with an output of 5.2 volts at 1 ampere. That's just 5.2 watts and it is kinda slow. I guess even Redmi 6A comes with a similar 5 watts power adapter. So these are all the contents of the box. There isn't anything else. There are no earphones, just like the previous Asus phones and other online exclusive phones we have been seeing these days. Now coming back to the phone, it is in a plastic wrapping. So let me just peel this off. I've seen many people using it with the sticker. You really don't have to keep it. Now this is how the phone looks on the back and this is how it looks on the front. Now this is the Asus M1, which will also be priced around 8,000 rupees to compete against Redmi 6. And the price difference between these two phones should be around 2,000 rupees, just like Redmi 6A and Redmi 6. Now with that said, let's have a quick physical overview of this phone and check out the specs. Now this phone has a complete plastic build just like the Asus M1, but once again with a nice matte finish. Now this one is completely made of plastic but still doesn't feel any cheap. It's actually very well built. Now on the back, this phone has a 13 megapixel camera followed by a single LED flash and Asus branding, and at the bottom it is completely plain. On the front, it has a 5.5D HD Plus display with a 2.5D curved glass. Above the display, it has a 5 megapixel front-facing camera, followed by sensors and earpiece. At the bottom, it is completely plain. On the right side, it has a power and volume buttons made of plastic. They are sufficiently elevated and have a nice tactile feel to them. At the top, it has just the 3.5mm audio jack. On the left side, it has a SIM card tray housing 2 nano SIM slots, along with a dedicated SD card slot. At the bottom, we have 2 speaker grills with a micro USB charging port at the center. Under the left grill, it is a mono speaker, and under the right grill, it is a primary microphone. So guys, that was the physical overview. Now coming to the rest of the specifications. Under the hood, this phone sports a Snapdragon 430 processor with Adreno 505 GPU, with 2GB of RAM and 16GB of storage, with a 3000 mAh battery. Now this phone will be running a skinned version of Android called ZenUI, based on Android 8.0 Oreo. Now this is the Asus ZenFone Max Pro M1, priced at 11,000 rupees for the base variant. It also comes with ZenUI, but it is a completely stripped down version, while this phone comes with a lot of software features. So let me turn on the phone and set it up and see what we get right out of the box. By the way, as you can see, there is no fingerprint scanner on this phone, like other phones in the same price segment. So that's one thing this one is missing, but this will come with Face Unlock, just like Redmi 6A, Redmi M1, and almost all the phones these days. So guys, this is how the phone looks once we turn it on. Well, I just signed into my Google account and just downloaded one application, that's Sensors app, to show you the list of sensors. I'll show you that in a minute, but this is the app drawer and you have Google like gesture to pull down to see all the applications. And as you can see, there isn't a lot of bloatware. These are all the Google applications that come pre-installed, and these are all the Asus applications that come pre-installed. We just have Facebook, Instagram and Messengers as bloatware, and that's all, and even these applications can be uninstalled. Now this phone comes with a very entry-level processor, so if there is any application that you don't use and that you can uninstall it to have a better user experience. Now let's check out the free storage information. So guys, out of that 16GB of storage, you get about 6.65GB of free space for your user apps and user data. Now if you're a normal user, then this space is definitely not sufficient for you, especially if you want to play games like PUBG. But if you're a basic user who want to use this phone for basic purposes like calls, messages and WhatsApp, it is kinda sufficient. Now coming to the memory section, out of that 2GB of RAM, you get about 500 MB of free RAM for your user apps. So that's also kinda okay for a very basic user. Now this is the about page, and this phone, as I've said, is running a custom skin version called ZenUI, based on Android 8.0.0, that's Oreo, and it also has the latest September security patch, which is pretty good. Now let me just show you the entire user interface. This is how the recent apps page looks like. You have a button over here to kill all these applications. Now this is the notification area and these are the notification toggles. Now this is a settings page and you get some additional features like Zen Safeguard, Game Genie, PageMaker, and so on. I've already covered all these features in my video of best features of Asus ZenFone 5Z. Check that out video or wait for a few days, I'll be posting a best videos video for this phone as well. Now let's check the camera interface. Now this is a camera interface for the rear camera. It looks exactly same like this Asus M1 that we have just unboxed, and it is completely different from your regular Asus ZenFone Max Pro M1. Now over here we have the beauty mode. We get a different shutter button now, and you can simply swipe up to pull down the counter, and once the counter goes down it will take a picture. This is something I really like, and this is a very nice feature especially for taking selfies. Now let me just go back. Now this is your regular mode. At the top we have some toggles. It has a toggle for settings and we can check out the video resolution from here. So this phone can record video at full HD resolution, so that's pretty good. Now let's check the front facing camera. Now this is the interface for the front facing camera. We get all the same features, the same toggles at the top. Let's check out the video resolution. So even with the front facing camera we can record in full HD resolution, so that's pretty good. Now coming to the rest of the toggles, we have a toggle for HDR. There is no auto HDR, just like on Asus M1. Next we have the aspect ratio, followed by portrait mode. Yes, this phone has only a single camera, but we can still take portrait shots using the rear camera. Obviously edge detection won't be that great. Next we have the timer, and that's followed by the flash toggle, and that's it. You get the same toggles even for the front facing camera, and this is the toggle to take portrait selfies. Now you can swipe to the right side from the left edge to check out the rest of the modes. You have beauty mode, panorama, and time lapse. There is no slow motion, and that's all we get. These are the different filters. So guys, this is the camera interface. Now these are some sample pictures taken using the front and rear cameras. Now let's test the speaker loudness. So guys, this phone has the speaker under the right grill, as I've said earlier, and speaker doesn't seem to be all that loud. Now this phone has an outdoor mode. And enabling it does make the sound a bit louder, but still the overall loudness isn't that huge.
Reflective artwork, which gives us a nice diamond cutout look, and it definitely looks very unique. Now coming to the cameras, it is a dual camera setup with a 13 megapixel primary camera.
So guys, speaker on this phone is like barely sufficient. I won't say it's bad or too low, but I wish it was slightly more louder. Now with that said, it should be sufficient for ringtones and alarms. I think barely sufficient. Now this phone doesn't come with a fingerprint scanner, so let's configure the face unlock and try to use it. So first let me set it up, go to settings, then select face recognition. We have to register our face, so let me just do that. Now it's done. Now I'm testing face unlock in good lighting conditions, and it is working. It's taking like maybe 2 to 3 seconds. For a phone without a fingerprint scanner, we have to rely on face unlock, and it is working pretty well, and the lag is not so huge, especially for the price and for the processor this phone has. Now let me just close my eyes and see if it will work or not. And it's not working, so face unlock doesn't work if you close your eyes. Now I'll try with my glasses on. And even with my glasses on, it is still working. Well, it worked earlier. Okay. With glasses on, it is struggling a bit, but most of the time it does work. By the way, this is what my front-facing camera is looking at. Now this is complete darkness, there are no lights in the room, so let's see if it will work. It's not working. It worked, but it took a lot of time. Now let's test it again. And now it's not working. So guys, in complete darkness, it's more of a hit or a miss, but if you place your phone close to your face, it is unlocking most of the time. Now let me just turn on a few lights and see if it will work or not. Now there are few small lights, so let's see if it will work or not. And with a few lights on, it is kind of working. Okay, it's still not working properly. So guys, in good lighting conditions, this face unlock feature is usable. It works most of the time, but in low lighting conditions and in complete darkness, most of the time it's not working. Now before I conclude, these are the benchmark scores. So guys, this is the new Asus ZenFone Lite L1. What do you think about this phone? Will you consider buying this phone at a price tag of around 6,000 or 6,500 rupees? Do let me know by commenting below this video, and if you are planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It always helps the channel, and if you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with hashtag #AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I am Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.